China swiftly retaliated on Tuesday by imposing tariffs on U.S. imports in response to newly enacted U.S. duties on Chinese goods, reigniting a trade war between the world's two largest economies. The move came as President Donald Trump sought to penalize China for failing to curb the flow of illicit drugs. Minutes later, China's finance ministry announced new levies, including a 15% tariff on U.S. coal and liquefied natural gas, LNG, as well as a 10% duty on crude oil, farm equipment, and certain automobiles. These tariffs on U.S. exports are set to take effect on February 10th, the ministry stated. Separately, China's Commerce Ministry and Customs Administration announced new export controls on tungsten, tellurium, ruthenium, molybdenum, and ruthenium-related products, citing the need to safeguard national security interests. Trump on Monday suspended his threat of 25% tariffs on Mexico and Canada at the last minute, agreeing to a 30-day pause in return for concessions on border and crime enforcement with the two neighboring countries. But there was no such reprieve for China, and a White House spokesperson said Trump would not be speaking with Chinese President Xi Jinping until later in the week. During his first term in 2018, Trump initiated a brutal two-year trade war with China over its massive U.S. trade surplus, with tit-for-tat tariffs on hundreds of billions of dollars worth of goods, upending global supply chains and damaging the world economy. In an effort to end the trade war, China agreed in 2020 to increase its purchases of U.S. goods by an additional $200 billion annually. However, the plan was derailed by the COVID-19 pandemic, and China's annual trade deficit with the U.S. widened to $361 billion, according to Chinese customs data released last month. The trade war is still in its early stages, making the likelihood of further tariffs high, Oxford Economics stated in a note as it downgraded its economic growth forecast for China. Trump warned that he might impose even higher tariffs on China unless Beijing takes action to curb the flow of fentanyl, a lethal opioid, into the United States. Hopefully, China will stop sending us fentanyl. If they don't, tariffs are going to rise substantially, he said on Monday. China, however, has insisted that fentanyl is America's problem and vowed to challenge the tariffs at the World Trade Organization while also considering additional countermeasures. Despite this, Beijing has left the door open for negotiations.